Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to our first video since returning from the Bristol Model Rail Show, which itself was only 4 days after the Key Model World Live up at the NEC. So what do we think of this one? Well, as I said in our Key Model World Live video, the people I go with, we're more bargain hunting orientated. And we were a bit disappointed with Key Model World, with the number of traders there. There were, as I said before, I think most of them were just selling brand new stuff at 20 to 30% off RRP, and the choice of second hand was very limited. Now the Bristol show, it did have some traders who were at the NEC as well, but it had a lot more, a significant amount more, who were doing the normal sort of train fare type second-hand stuff where you could have a rummage, which is what I like doing, and seeing what you can find. There were some layouts that were the same, that were also at the NEC, some that weren't. Obviously there was no Pete Waterman type stuff there, and no diesel to look at, but it's well organised, and for me it's half the journey time. The parking's free. I don't have to stay overnight if I want to do 2 days, and it was on for 3 days. And I think in future, if Key Model World continues in its same slot, we won't bother with that one, because the price of the petrol there and back, the parking, the hotel, and eating in there if you do, is prohibitive, and you could buy 2 or 3 locos with that money. I know where I'd rather spend it. So, saying there was a few bargains at the Bristol show, let's just have a quick look at what we got. So we'll start off with this. A Hornby Track Research CCT van. Never seen this one before. Looks nicely detailed. I mean, these haven't even been out of the box yet. Well, generally speaking, they haven't. Looks like a nice van. I do like some departmental vans. So that was that. Notice the price, $24.75. Remember that. Next up was some Acura scale PFA container wagons. Now I did get a box of these from the NEC, not the same, I used to add. So I know how good they are. They are gorgeous looking wagons. There we go. Gorgeous looking wagons, beautifully made, run fantastic. I'll just show you what's in this box as best I can. It's that set. That one's come a bit loose there. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, so I already knew they were good, and to increase my rake of them at the price was marvellous. Because the same seller also had some more. Now these are supposedly second hand. You wouldn't know it once you opened them. So you can see the price up there, I think, if it wants to focus. For some reason it doesn't want to focus on that, but there we go. So they were £48. So both of those Acura scale wagon boxes, I'll just show you what these ones are if I can get them out of the sleeve. So both sets of Acura scale wagons and the CCT van at 24 quid or whatever it said in the box. Now even at 48 quid, that's a good price for these Acura scale wagons. See, we've not even had these out, and are they really second hand? They're like the half container ones, and I've not even had them out yet. So I think 48 quid for the Curascal wagons is a good price on its own. So we've got 2 boxes, both priced at 48 quid, and the CCT van, all from the same seller, £80 a lot. Can't argue with that, can you? Just a little bit of negotiating, £80 a lot. Next up, this is not second hand. We've got the Rapido Hunslet. I've been after one of these for a while and the price never comes down, so this was a bit cheaper than you normally pay. I paid 105. I've not seen them, well, I was going to say that cheap. I don't consider that cheap, but I guess they're just too popular for the price to come down. Let's just have a look. I've not run this yet. I have had a look at it, but not run it. Here we go, Jack's Green. And this was the only one the seller had left that wasn't sound fitted. Which I don't mind, because I was going to have a green one anyway, so that's not a problem. So not a massive bargain or anything, but it is brand new. And yeah, I've been after one of them for a good while. So next up is another brand new one. Which is the excellent Hornby Peckett. Called the Earl, I think, this one. This is also brand new. And I can't get it out of the sleeve, so I won't bother. I'm sure you know what the Peckett's like. Doesn't need much introduction from me. Plenty of people have reviewed this, said how good they are. Brand new, 79 quid. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Next up, we've got a Bachmann wagon, and I've not seen this one before. With a War Department grey, with a sheeted World War I tank on it, as you could possibly see. Can I get this out? It says 45 quid there. This is a heavy old thing, and it's got a few extras in the bottom. I haven't run it yet. I've never seen this wagon before. Yeah, it looks quite good. And I think the sheeted tank is better than having some crappy model tank on there. Oops. Just my opinion. Anyway, that's that one. That's as I say, that's 45 quid. That was new, apparently. And next up, got some Bachmann intermodals. 45 quid. They are a double pack, mind. These are really nice, and I'm going to do a comparison of these with my real track ones to see what's best. I mean, the real track ones are currently 45 quid on their website, and I would recommend them at that. These are 45 quid, although of course we didn't pay that, as I'll mention in a minute. In fact, you can see a set of real track ones there. and a Riva Rossi tarpaulin van. But so I'll have a proper look at these. They look nicely detailed. Containers look good. There are some differences. I presume they're not exactly the same wagon. Intermodal wagons, 2 45-foot containers. And then there was another set. These are 25-foot containers, as you can see. Got the same wagon on the bottom, obviously. Yeah, I did like these. So there's 2 there at 45 quid, which is 90, and the tank wagon, 45 quid, 100 quid. 100 quid the lot there. I mean, it should be said that the trader we got these from is one that goes to all the train and toy fairs in this area. We sort of know him. Harvey's Hobbies, I think he's called. Nice chap, obviously. So that was, yeah, 100 quid there. So we saved about 30 there. Can't argue with that. One trader that was there that was also at Worley was Footplate. So this was from him. Our White's Lemonade, the Lima wagon. I've got a lot of food-based wagons, which I quite enjoy. Didn't have that one. Fiver. This is a removal storage wagon, or a conflat. This is an old school Dapol, 650. These are all from Footplate, by the way. It's another Lima, a Mark 1, originally from Bagnall's Models, look. An old Mark 1 coach. Engineering department's mess coach, don't have one of these. Couldn't argue with that. That said 1450. And then there's another Lima coach there. It doesn't really tell you anything, but this is a parcels coach. Parcels Express Lima coach. I don't have one of them. Well, I do now. They look quite nice. So those four, is it 4 items? All from Footplate. I was just talking to him as well as we bought these about the Bayer Garrett that we got from him from the NEC, and he very kindly did those 2 coaches and those 2 wagons for 18 quid. Can't argue with that, can you? Which is very nice of him, I thought. So that's all we got from there. As a show, I thought it was pretty good. The layouts were good that I saw. We only went for a day. Terrible traffic on the M5, so we ended up being an hour late getting there and 2 hours late coming home, because being a bank holiday, people like to come down here because they think it's lovely and all it does is piss down. But yeah, it was well worth going. Cheaper to get in, less than half the travelling distance for me, and haven't got to worry about hotels or anything. And also the canteen there was good and reasonably priced actually. I think I paid $4.50 for a bloody great plate of cheesy chips, which no problem there, and decent coffee. So yeah, if you don't normally come to that one, I'd definitely give that a go, and I think that's going to replace Key Model World for me. The other big one is coming up in November, I think, which is the British Railway Modeler Show back at the NEC. They haven't really released any details on that except the dates. They haven't said who's going to be there. If there's a decent amount of traders there, as well as the layouts and stuff, then we may well go to that. Otherwise we'll just stick to the Bristol one and local toy and train fairs. We spent far too much money, but then you have two yearly shows right on top of each other. You've got to take advantage, haven't you, while you can. So hopefully that was some vague interest to somebody. I will do a couple of videos on some of this, probably comparing the intermodal wagons at some point, because I'm interested to see the difference in them, because Real Track are considered like top notch, aren't they? But I have a couple of niggles with them, and I'll be interested to see how they compare to the Bachmann ones. We'll probably have a close look at the Hunslet and the Peckett brains going there. Right, so that's it for this one. Any questions or anything you want to know, or did you go? What did you think of that show? I thought it's pretty good. Apart from parking in a field, having to park in a muddy field when it's pissing down with rain, I could see have to dig the tractor out to get us all out. But being in Bristol, there's going to be some tratters around. So we'll see you the next one. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you got any, and speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.